It's so lovely to see all your amazing faces. Hello, hello, hello. So if you wouldn't mind just popping into the chat where you are, that'd be really fantastic. And I'm going to hand over. We've got a beautiful welcome about to start. So who's helping us with that? Where can I see you? Okay, let's go with the welcome to country and acknowledgement of country.
Wonderful. Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Bubrin, and I am here located on Turtle Island, which has been inhabited by Indigenous people since time immemorial. I'm located here in Toronto on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. So welcome everyone to this last global activation event of the year, and in grounding ourselves in our respective places this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are, I also want to take a moment today to acknowledge the human connection piece of healing and building a way forward together. So I've been asking myself a question recently, and I'm sure this question has popped up for many of you. What would happen in our world if we took the time to truly see each other, listen to each other's stories, and acknowledge each other's humanity? And we may not be able to physically connect with each other right now. So instead, we are going to take a moment, and I invite everyone, we're going to take 30 seconds in silence, which on a Zoom call in the virtual space feels super weird to just sit here and be quiet for a moment. But I invite you, there are a lot of screens of people here, but take a moment to scroll through the screens of people. Take a moment to look at each person. Silently welcome them to your land, to your home, because we're all sort of in each other's homes right now in a way. And thank them for being here with all of us in this community tonight. So we're gonna do that for 30 seconds or so. Just take a moment to look at everyone's faces and welcome them. Thank you, everyone. I'm sure with a number of people here, we could do that for much longer to really give each other the space to see and welcome everyone. I look forward to being in community with you all tonight and hearing your stories. Miigwech. Moira, over to you.
So much, Julia. We really appreciate it. And I'm having a little connectivity trouble here. So if I disappear, I know that we're in very good hands with Jessie behind the scenes, who can be the magical glue. We've got a fabulous time together.
I'll take that as my cue. So we will have a fabulous time together. Today's global activation event, we've been hosting these events about once. Moira, are you back?
Am I back? Does that sound like I'm coming back? Hello? Oh, sorry, everyone. I don't know what's going on. I think it might just be the sheer volume of activity here on this call. We're going to have an amazing overview in a moment from Vicky, our founder, and then we've got Lily's going to talk and think dirty with us as a Canadian venture. Felicity.
I'll try to do the gaps in between when Moira comes back. Felicity, we're going to hear from her as an activator experience, and then we will go into.
I think it's just the sheer number of people on this call that's incredible, which is a real challenge. But I'm going to hand over to Vicky, and I'm going to see if I can see what I can do with my internet while that's going on. Over to you, Vicky.
Hi, everybody. Hi to, oh, I need screen sharing, please. Technical difficulties today. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Vicky Saunders. I'm the founder of SheEO, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm going to start by sharing our credo. I'm going to read this to you. If you could just breathe this in. We operate really differently at SheEO. It's not your normal kind of business network. So I'm going to read through this slowly, add a little bit to it. But at SheEO, we are here to practice radical generosity for ourselves and towards others. And we believe it's core to creating a better world. We have all that we need in this network to do whatever it is we're here to do in the world. If you need something, you ask for it in this community. It's one of the things we practice all the time. We're going to practice it tonight. If you have something to give, please offer it. And all of this comes from the spirit of abundance. We truly believe that we have everything that we need in the world. We just need to redistribute it differently. We're all at different ages and stages, and we come from different experiences here. We share power with everyone in this community. We believe everybody has power, comes with influence, comes with something to contribute. And we deeply honor all of the ages and stages in this community. We're here with our sleeves rolled up, ready to help one another. We are very action oriented. We say on our team, we are much better as a verb than a noun. So everything here is very action oriented. This is a co-created community built on trust. It starts with trust in how our model works. We trust the entrepreneurs in this community. We trust ourselves to create the kind of world that we want to live in. And we create a very special space here for all of us to thrive on our own terms. Multiple definitions of success, multiple ways to show up, come in, come out, totally on your own terms. We take our time and we consider the future in all of our decisions. We are in deep relationship with our Indigenous sisters around the world, and we're very aware of creating sustainable models for a thriving society. We love to celebrate and embolden each other. We're going to do a bit of that tonight. We amplify each other's voices, and we own our own greatness. This is the big challenge for all of us, to step into what we're great at, support each other to do so. So that's the vibe at SheEO. The initial challenge we came together to solve is this insanity, which is that 2% of funding goes to about 51% of the population. So it is super, super painful and difficult to be funded as a woman entrepreneur, a woman identifying innovator in the world. And this number is literally, I've said this many times, I will say it again, it is statistically impossible for this number to exist unless there's massive biases built into all of our systems and structures. And we're really seeing that in the world today, that it's just, this is in every sector. It's not just entrepreneurship, it's everywhere. 3% of creative directors are women, 4% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women. There's a lot of biases built in our structures for all of us, particularly racialized women, and we are here to actually shift that. And in order to do that, we're not just creating a women's version of the existing world that we're living in. We had to deeply imagine a new future. And so there's a lot of imagination going on at SheEO. Things are going to feel different and look different for you. And this is because we need to decondition ourselves and unravel a lot of the ways we've learned things so that we can get to that new world. And that starts with our model. So funding is one part of what we do at SheEO, but this ecosystem-based approach is super unique. We bring together so many more resources than money. We bring ourselves as customers and influencers for each other's businesses and dreams. We come together as advisors and coaches for one another. And this is a global network. We're operating in 5 countries right now. Our goal is to be everywhere in the world that would like to replicate this model. All of these pieces together are the supportive ecosystem for activators and ventures. Activators are women who contribute capital into this community. We invite all of you to become one. It's $92 a month or $1,100 a year. And that money is pooled together and loaned out at 0% interest to entrepreneurs, women who are working on the world's to-do list, which is our term for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. That the loans that they get are paid back over 5 years into the fund, and then loaned out again. So we're building this amazing perpetual fund with money just constantly flowing forward. And again, if you don't know what the UN SDGs are, there are 17 of them. You can look this up after, but these are the kinds of things we're funding. We have incredible ventures in our community who are working on no more poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, lots of super cool examples. And this model's working very well. We started it 5 years ago in Canada. We've got over 5,000 activators now, 73 ventures funded, lots and lots of countries around the world in the pipeline to roll this out, and a 95% payback rate on the money. Off the charts impact, doing really, really well. And we are here to create a perpetual fund in the world that we will leave as a legacy for generations to come. As an activator, so you're going to hear a little bit more about this, and you can ask questions when we break into groups. But activators, we are doing these calls. This is a call where we're sharing a little bit about our model and then hearing some testimonials and then meeting one another. But we do regular calls every single week across the 5 countries we're in. All of them have different themes. There's learning involved in it. There's deep dives with ventures. There's asking and giving so that we can support each other. There's voting parties. There's all kinds of things going on. There's way too much to explain. It's all on our website. You can go check it out later. There's a lot of activity happening, but the really big focus here is how can we all come together to support women entrepreneurs who have great solutions to a lot of challenges we're facing, and how can we support one another to create the kind of world that we want to. This is a business community like none other. I think the last thing I want to say is we did a rebranding a few months ago, and you can see in our logo there's some cuts in the letters. We realized when we started with SheEO, we're no longer inclusive enough with just she. We want to be much more inclusive than those who are just identify with she, her. And so we are here to decondition ourselves and to deconstruct gender and so many other systems that out there that are not working, to build more equitable systems beyond equal together. And the big goal that we're still finding the language for what we're doing. It's emerging every day as we start to recognize what's happening in the world and what do we need to become as a community. And as we spread these ideas from SheEO more and more into the world, it starts to take on a new life. And what is emerging now is that we're really here to activate the change agent inside every one of us and to support each other to be the change that we want to see in the world. Everything here is on your own terms. If you want to jump into calls once a month, that's fine. If you want to come every week, that's fine. If you only want to vote or contribute and make sure this thing just happens, that's fine too. There is absolutely no guilt here. It is totally on your own terms, and you show up how you'd like to. That's it. Back to you, Jessie or Maura, depending on who's here.
Hopefully I'm here in a better way. Is that sounding better, Jessie? Fantastic. Thank you so much, Vicky. And can we all just give Vicky some love, our appreciation of all her incredible inspiration and how she continues to hold us and hug us and invite us in every single day. So a little Christmas cheer there. Thank you. We also forgot to do our mini mentor, I think, at the beginning of the call. So now's a really good time to do that. It's just a word, like, how are you feeling right this very minute? And if you can pop that into the link that Jessie's going to be putting up. And when you've done that, just write the word thank you into the chat so that we all know that you're doing it. So one word of just how you're feeling right this very minute. And pop into the chat the thank you as you go in. And if you wouldn't mind just popping it into the Mentimeter, that's great. And as you can see it appearing before your very eyes, if it's a bigger, more people have said it, then the bigger it grows. So certainly grateful, inspired, exciting. It's just wonderful to have you all contribute just your one word to show us all how we really are in this space together this very day. So thanks so much, everyone, for that. We are going to now hear from Lily. Lily's a founder of one of the SheEO ventures from Canada. And as you know, and you heard from Vicky, we've got ventures all over the world. And Canada, come on down, Lily. Come and tell us about Think Dirty.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Very nice meeting everyone around the world. So Think Dirty is a mobile app currently in over 33 countries app store. We are an app that empower consumer to shop better beauty and personal care product so that they can, have better health and better for the environment. So we have about 4.5 million user to date, and we're adding products every day. And it's very easy to use. You just scan the product barcode, and then we tell you everything, what the ingredient does, how it does to your long-term health, how it does to the environment, whether it's sustainable. Um, so we started, I started the company in 2012, and our app launched 2013. And I think I knew of SheEO since the very beginning, and early on we didn't meet the criteria to apply. But the moment when we meet the criteria to apply, I applied, I think in 2015 or 16, the first time. We didn't make the cut, and then apply again. We make the cut of top 25. And then we didn't make to the finalists, and then we apply again, and then we make it to the top 8. So very lucky that year. Actually, normally I think it's only top 5, but then that year I think some of the early venture repay the fund early on, so they got extra funding. So very lucky, make the cut top 8. So extremely helpful. Obviously the funding, it was a really great year for us to able to have that. And the funding just go to growing the team. We were at a time where we were really scaling up the app and really want to expand to have a better Android app. So that was a great timing. I think because I'm just really grateful for the opportunity. So I think the year after, I decided to be an activator, and I got introduced by Elena, and she's from 21 Toy. I actually remember the reason why I apply again after twice didn't get in was because I met her at a party, and then we're just catching up a little bit, and then I told her, I'd rather try. I'm not sure. She's like, no, just keep doing it again. I'll show you how I've done my application video. I think she even referred me her videographer. So I think that's kind of how it, make me to give it another shot, and then that's the shot that make it right. So what else can I tell you? I of course, everything Vicky said, I really resonate as a founder. So I started, unlike most of tech community founder, I find them usually slightly younger, the median age around 27, they're usually male, have a tech background. I find as a woman founder with a design background, solo founder, and past that, age, median early 20 something archetype, there's a lot of stigma that VC look at you, they neither cannot relate to your product. Most common feedback, they're like, my wife would really like what you're doing, my daughter would really like what you're doing, but they never say they get it. So definitely, anyone who's thinking about start company, I'm happy to share more offline, but I find this is such a unique, supportive community. There's no age limit. I find, again, the traditional more tech incubator, again, is younger, and then a lot of them don't even super have a lot of life experience. In general, what else can I tell you? Oh, I just want to also share, I think I shared the SheEO promo code a week or 2 weeks ago. And this past weekend, because the COVID make the office building still hasn't opened, our building. So between my staff and myself actually have to house all the beauty box inventory. So I actually have to still help out a little bit. But this weekend, we got one amazing order from a SheEO activator. I can tell because she's using my promo code, and she literally ordered 8 beauty boxes herself. right? I don't know if she's here. I just want to give a shout out. Like historically, no one ordered egg beauty box in one order. So I actually did deliver to her home this Sunday. And I know she also have 2 dogs. Anyway, so like things like that, I think just very unique, and just really grateful for the, you know, community. What else?
Thanks, Lily.
Yeah, I don't know
great.
what to say, free speech, but feel free to I mean, like, connect further, and then, you know, we can chat after offline.
Thanks so much, Lily. Really a fabulous story of tenacity and patience and just ongoing tenaciousness, which is all part of the spirit of SheEO too. And I think you've got a few more customers as you've been talking this morning. So thank you so much for sharing your story. And I'm going to hand over to Felicity Chapman, who's in a completely different part of the world, up in the Whitsundays. I think you are there today, Felicity. Who is an amazing weaver and facilitator, and was a co-creator and lead for the Aussie Summit. So over to you, Felicity. What's your Activator story?
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to acknowledge the country that we're all meeting on, and pay my respects to elders past, present and future. I got involved with SheEO 2 years ago. I was very lucky to get a scholarship because at that stage I didn't have the financial capacity to join, and this year I reactivated because I wanted to be part of the revolution. We are women investing in women. We are tearing down the patriarchal structures that have bound us for hundreds of years, and this is our time to shine. And yeah, it's a slow journey, so don't get discouraged if you feel that change isn't happening quickly enough. SheEO is my superpower. It's the easiest way to describe it. I am the queen of the ticker box. I'm Aboriginal, I'm woman, I'm older, I have a disability, and I live in rural regional community. So I can assure you, running my little nano business has been a really, really lonely journey until I got to meet this amazing community of women across the globe who have your back. They are the lighthouse keepers. They are the shining, guiding light when we are trying to navigate those dark and stormy seas. And they have your back. And they inspire and empower. And occasionally they'll give you a bit of a smack on the back of the head when they feel that you're rooting yourself in far too much fear. And they are your safety net, and they will encourage you to take that next step. I like the opportunity that I could give back at the summit by creating a community weaving for community by community. And to me, that sums up SheEO. So please do yourself a favour and join. My 2 minutes is up, and hope to see you in the breakout rooms.
Thanks, Felicity. Big love to you and all of the community that support you as well up there. We know that you're surrounded by a whole lot of incredible titters in business, so we love being able to be part of that world as well. So thank you. Thanks, everyone. We're going to be going into the magic of breakout rooms shortly. And so if you're new, if this is your very first call, do you want to just wave your hands around so that we can just send you our love and let you know that being in a breakout room, you are going to experience something that Monica Bradley has coined SheEO magic. So we will be providing an opportunity for you to practice, as I said, your radical generosity muscle. So a chance for you to ask what you might need and give what you would like to get, and give back to the community. And also an opportunity, if you're new to us, if this is your very first time on a call, or you're a guest, a friend of someone who's already an activator or a venture, for you to ask any questions about SheEO. We'd be really happy to answer those. We've got some people who are going to be hosting our breakout rooms, so if they all want to wave wildly as well, so we can see who those wonderful humans are that are helping us into the breakout rooms. And then Jessie's going to give us the, I think we're going to be in groups for about 30 minutes, 20, 25?
23.
23. Okay. So on the count of something like 121, we will find our ways into breakout rooms. And there's, how many groups are you planning on, Jessie?
We have 17 groups today.
Woo! So you will get to meet people in those groups. Feel free to share your LinkedIn profiles, your emails, website, whatever is going to be useful for all of you. Have fun, and then we'll see you on the other side. I'm going to ask every person who's leading a group to come back with a 3-word summary. Something like a boss, or just do it, or no longer alone, whatever those 3-word slogan is for each group. Just one 3-word slogan for each group. That's the discipline of the radical generosity moment. Over to you, Jessie.
I love how quickly Moira just riffed those 3-word slogans. So we're opening up the rooms now, and you'll see a link to join your breakout group. Enjoy, everyone.
And that you've got a 3-word response. And I'm going to do this in a very old-fashioned way. You're going to write your group number. Even if you can't remember it, don't worry. And then your 3 words into the chat now. And then on the count of 3, you're going to press send. So 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Off you go. Whoa, look at them all come. How extraordinary. Well done. Happiness is gorgeousness. Oh, I think that's pretty good. Lots of words like support, new, opportunities, respect. Fantastic. Jessie will be able to turn these into quite something interesting, I'm sure, because she always provides us with an amazing LinkedIn profile, which I'll say a little bit more about in a moment. Thanks, everyone. That's fabulous. Really appreciate it. I'm going to pass over to Madeline, who's going to tell us a little bit about what she's been up to this year, where she's had quite a pivot, not just in the business, but also with a new name, with Venture Isle. So over to you, Madeline.
Hey, everybody. Oh, I'm excited to talk about that. I wasn't really, I didn't know about that part. I thought I would just talk about being an activator, but I can talk about anything to do with SheEO for a very, very long time. So I've been...
How you want to spend the 10 minutes, the 2 minutes, sorry.
Okay. I'm like 10 minutes. Wow. Okay. So, so yes, let's start with the fact that I'm a venture, one of the first top 5 ventures in Canada in 2015, and just had the best time ever. But before that happened, I was an activator. I heard about SheEO, and literally from the very first second I heard about it, I had a visceral yes come through my body. Like I suppose I'd be a bit of a shoe-in, because I'm a pretty hardcore feminist. I'm a career entrepreneur. I knew firsthand how hard it was to get funding. And so when I heard about the opportunity to support other women entrepreneurs doing amazing things, working on the world's to-do list, I just jumped at it. Like, and also I'm so tired of the kind of add women and stir, sort of like women in this and women in that. It was like, let's build something on our own that is new and different and on our own terms. And I just recognized that with SheEO right out of the gate. And so my journey has been incredible with everybody. Right now, I'm in the Racial Justice Learning Group. I'm in the Indigenous Wisdom Learning Group. I'm on various calls with so many different activators, ventures, different people involved with SheEO, supporting and feeling supported in a million different ways. For anybody who is on the fence about this, think about it as, you know, you pay for amazing content every day. You pay, you know, to attend fantastic events. You donate money to charities and causes that you believe in. You are part of business networks that are amazing. SheEO is kind of like a combination of all of those things. And plus, you're basically an investor. You know, you're investing in the future of feminist business practice and of making the world a better place. Like, these are the architects of social entrepreneurship in the future who will get that money. And as we heard, it doesn't necessarily happen the first year, but the voting process has been amazing. I share it with my daughter. She's 15. This has been an amazing tool to teach her about business and feminism. Like, it's like there's so much, the value just goes on and on and on. And then of course I can speak to the impact I've had as a venture. Like, that money has been a savior in helping us grow our business. We've now paid it back and it's going to funding other businesses. We've taken out a loan and that's helping us, you know, achieve our next level of growth. So I can't say enough good things. I know for less than $100 a month that all this, you know, I feel like a game show person, but honestly, it's that good. And look at Jessie smiling. I love these people. You'll make friends, you'll learn, you'll grow, you'll be challenged, you'll be supported. And I hope that you'll all join me. Anybody who's not yet an activator, I hope that you'll choose to make that choice and be part of this, because it's just the best thing ever. So thank you all so much. Love everybody. Thank you.
Moira, you are on mute.
There we go. Thank you so much, Madeline. It's great to have you in the be with you as well in the racial justice group. There's so many wonderful initiatives that are coming your way as well for next year. So if you're thinking about giving yourself a birthday, Christmas present or holiday season present, there's nothing you can do better. Or if you can also give it to someone. Give it as a gift to someone this season. Jessie, you're going to tell us a little bit about a few of the things behind the scenes in terms of how we can give feedback.
Yes,
And
thank you, Moira. Yeah, we have a couple of things lined up for you in our remaining time. So the first is I'm going to launch a Zoom poll. If you are interested in becoming an activator and joining our community, please let us know via this Zoom poll. So a couple of questions. The first is, how would you like to participate? Let us know if you're interested in becoming an activator or reactivating. The second question is wondering if you met women today on the call, perhaps in your breakout group, who you'd like to keep in touch with. And the third question is for guests who have questions about activating and would like to connect one-on-one with an existing activator. Let us know if you would like that to happen, and we can set you up with a virtual coffee chat with someone in our community. So I'll give you a moment to fill that out. And at the same time, I just want to show you what it's like when you sign up as an activator if you are interested. This is an exciting week because we are actually in the process of launching a new really user-friendly payment platform, so that you might be one of the last people who sign up using this current process. But as you can see here, the link to sign up is community.sheo.world/sign up. Caitlin's going to drop it in the chat. And when you go to sign up as an activator, you will first read the SheEO credo, just like Vicky read at the beginning of our event today. And you'll then enter your name and your email address. From there, you will receive an email verification to confirm that it's you, and then you'll submit your activator profile and select your payment option. So if you are interested in activating, there are 3 payment options: $92 per month, one-time $1,100, and you can also sign up for annual auto renewal. So if you are interested in activating, it's truly easier than ever before because the link is right here. We're all already on our computers, and as soon as you sign up, you'll gain access to our incredible community. We have weekly activator support calls. We have an online ask and give platform, an active online community. We have voting. If you activate now, you can vote for the next SheEO ventures as well, which is a really great experience. And we would just love to welcome you to our global community of radically generous women. So thank you everyone for your time today. We'd love to hear how your experience was on today's event. We know there were a couple of tech challenges that don't usually happen, so thank you for your patience. And Moira, I have to give you props as you moved very quickly from the place you were in, maybe it was a library, to your car on your phone. Seamless transition. So we'd love to hear how today's event was for you. Caitlin's going to drop the link in the chat. Let us know. And then last but not least, as Moira already mentioned, we will take a few group photos. So we'd love to amplify on LinkedIn and other social platforms what our experience was like today, so we can share the stories of women working on the world's to-do list. So it looks like we have 5 screens of radically generous women. If you've been here before, you know the drill. We'd love to see a gesture, perhaps a heart or your hands up. With these screenshots, the more dynamic you can be, the better it looks. So we'd love to see those poses. So we're gonna take a few photos now. If you might be on the first screen. So 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay, now we're on the second screen. We have Ritu, Suzanne, Adita, Cecilia. 1, 2, 3. I'll tag everyone on LinkedIn as well. And the third screen. 1, 2, 3. Keep those hands up. 2 more. I love that people are laughing. It's a good sign. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for bearing with me. And our last screen, Jen, Julia, Michaela, Haley. 1, 2, 3. Woo! A couple of rock stars on that screen. Alrighty, thank you so much. I'll pass it back to you, Moira.
Yeah, thank you, Jessie. And a big thank you to you and Caitlin and everyone behind the scenes at SheEO HQ. It's just incredible to have all your support. We really can't thank you all enough. Please have a safe holiday season, everyone, and keep an eye out for that LinkedIn message that we'll be putting up, that Jessie will put up, and tag some of your friends into it and tell them what it was like for you today and what you learned and how you would like to share your experiences. So big love to you all. Season's greetings, and we'll see you in 2021. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much, everyone.
If you want to save the chat, click the 3 dots on the bottom.
Yes, thanks, Julie. I'll stay on an extra